a democracy of a more democratic society. So because the parties, but in society, in the current society, in the historical era that we are living a new era. I have said it on January 15, 2022, in which humanity enters into a new era, into a new a transition towards savage capitalism, towards barbarism, towards the power of a group of elites, of economic elites, of billionaires who dominate the world, or the transition towards a more human and democratic society. In Venezuela, we call it socialism. And so we are entering a new era of transition to socialism. And in that direction, we are going to lead everything that is regarding dialogue, understanding. I have learned about dialogue, debate. My school is debate, negotiation, diplomacy. After I have learned it on the popular movement, once Commander Chavez appointed me as a foreign minister. So, and then I have learned the power of word. I'm a man of word, and I am committed to a whole country to deepen all dialogue mechanism, consensus, and inclusion. Good morning, President. You were talking about that this July 29th, you see it as a peace in the case you lose elections. Our citizens are the ones who elect. What would happen on July 29th, and what would happen afterwards? How old are you? 29? In what year were you born? 1999, 1995. There I have met Celia. You are from Global Vision. Well, Venezuela came from an era, from a tortured and violent era. Our generation was witness of a massive massacre, and there was no international organization or any organization that would say anything. In 1989, I was 27 years, and I know what our towns, our people suffered. We came from a torturous and violent era, and so the revolution brought peace, brought the constitution, the peaceful constitution, the pact of the future. And so I have said to the people something true, and I tell you, we are the guarantee of peace in this country, the tranquility and stability. In this historical moment, on July 28th, 2024, we are the guarantee of peace. And I could say you something more. The only way of peace to continue building up in the future, to see a more democratic country. President, you have denounced that the opposition won't recognize results and saying these elections be shammed. And there are two candidates who didn't sign the agreement of recognizing the results. And so what would be the message of to those Venezuelans who didn't vote? Well, I urge the people to go to the polls. All polling stations are open, and this is the 31st electoral process. Venezuela has a world record of elections because we have the electoral system more reliable, safe. We have an electoral power that is very experienced, with professional personnel trained, and besides it is protected by the Venezuelan forces. And so we have here just to participate in elections, respect the electoral arbitrary, and no one can stain this day of peace, this day of electoral party. No one could dare to stain this process. No one dare to stain this electoral process. Respect to the people, respect to the elections, and respect to the electoral council. The Electoral Commission. So it is now time to go to the ballots, to cast their votes, and expect the official results. So in any country, the official results, the electoral results are coming from the polls, but only the ones in charge of giving the results. I am sure that everything will be okay, and tomorrow will be a pretty day. Thank you very much. Would you recognize the results in case you lose? Well, I think you didn't listen to me. I think you didn't listen to me. I am Nicolas Maduro, President of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, and I recognize the electoral arbitrary, and I am going to defend it. I'm going to defend the revolution with my life, and so the results will be respected, and I will defend the results. Take that for granted. Everything will be okay. Thank you very much.
Bueno, escuchábamos las declaraciones del presidente constitucional de la República Bolivariana de Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro.
So these were the statements of Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro after having casted his vote, and has reaffirmed that they are the only option of peace for the country, and have urged the people to go to the polls, and have reaffirmed the defense of democracy, and said that Venezuela has a solid electoral system.